Our next performer, well, he started playing drums when he was 3. I cannot remember what I was doing when I was 3 because I don't think my memory goes that far back. He turned professional when he was 15. He's one of the most in-demand drummers and one of the top drummers in the ASEAN region. He's he's played for artists such as Fish Leong, Penny Tai, our own Siti Nurhaliza. He has worked with artists like Laura Fiji, Nestor Torres, Barry Cooper, and Tony Suggs of the Count Basie Orchestra, and our percussion legend Steve Thornton. He also runs Nomad Studios, which has a great collection of microphones, and it's a super nice place, super cozy, top-notch stuff. Are we ready to welcome John Thomas onto the stage? I think we're ready. All yours, John.
Hey guys, hello. Hello, welcome to Malaysian Drum Day. So as part of my workshop, I'm showing you how professional drummer sets up and work with the sound crew. Big hand to everybody helping out on the sound. Okay guys, thank you. I'm very happy to be here. Big hand to Adil and the whole team for organizing this amazing festival and all the performers. Big hand to Elroy for that amazing set. Really beautiful minor cymbals up there, man. Wow. Big hand for minor cymbals. Okay, to kill some time, I'm going to talk about drum muffling. I use Uniqlo t-shirts. Very thin and sound very good on the snare. Bro, I lost all my wallet. And for the floor tom, I use pants. Okay, I'll just play a little bit while they're setting up. I was going to play the tracks, but I will play the tracks as soon as they're done with this. Chromark drumsticks, everybody. Oh, how much? Test, test. Okay, how much time do I kill? Okay, before I continue, I'd just like to thank minor cymbals. I think somebody said to me, "Man, your cymbals so dirty, you never clean." Dirty, right? Evans, drumheads, everybody. Promark drumsticks. Okay, it's really great to be back here in Aswara. I was studying here many years ago, for a year. I was a terrible student. all I did was, I couldn't hear. All I did was study. All I did was study and play football and use the practice room. But I really had an amazing time here. I met some amazing musicians. I learned a lot of traditional Malay grooves over here that I still use until today. And so this song is got nothing to do with that, but this is a tune by Knee Body. Have you guys heard Hiatus Coyote? Yeah. Okay, so this is a tune by them called By Fire. I was gonna play something totally different, and this morning I was in my studio packing up, and my Spotify was just playing. And then this song came out, right? And I played it a while ago once, and I was like, oh man, we should do this for this clinic. So let's see how it goes, all right? This is By Fire, the Knee Body version.
Burn your design. Sway and hawk feather entwine me to the time. Arizona into mine. Bell that rings in the chest of story told. Meet you in this future bold. Sage at key point, lead me to his funeral. Man lost young and old. It's an earthquake I see through the lands of old. A woman that rests night and day, sweating tears unfold. To undress the burdens that caress the blessed, I'm told.
Okay, all right, no more playing, no more playing. Okay, anybody got any questions about anything? What size is my t-shirt? All right, any questions?
Hello, Sir John.
Hey, bro.
So I have a question on, during your fast sheds, how do you divide your subdivisions and how do you orchestrate it on the drums?
What was the first part? During the what?
During your fast shedding session, when
Oh.
you shed really fast, how do you orchestrate your subdivisions?
Very carefully. No, okay. How do I orchestrate the subdivisions? Okay, honestly, like when I'm playing, I'm sure most drummers, yourself also would attest. When we're playing, I'm improvising most of the time, so I'm not exactly sure what I'm playing. But I did spend a lot of time working the basics of all these things, right? So once you know, subdivisions are just basically big notes. Like, for example, right? This is the metronome. Let me go, right? Subdivisions are all the notes in between those hits. So, right? All the ghost notes, right? So I just would play, you know when you play along to records? Okay, like the song just now, it had this hit, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right? Every pop song has that hit, right? We all know that break. I would just practice different ways of phrasing that. Okay, so for example, I'm going to turn on a click, right? I'll make it soft, then you can bring it up if you need. So you can use singles. Right, so basically you're using all the rudiments that you know to phrase in between. So it can be like, so my left hand is playing the subdivision, the hi-hat. I can do other things like 2, 3, 4. Okay, I can play triplets, 16-note triplets. So all different ways to phrase, right? So when I'm playing fast, I'm actually thinking of big notes. So just what, for example, maybe okay. Whatever lah, right? So that's what I'm thinking. So learn your stickings. Play with a click. For example, I'll just demonstrate a little bit. mean, whatever, lah, right? So, so that's what I'm thinking. I'm just thinking different phrases. But you need to practice this slowly. And the trick with this is to learn different sticking phrases. And the other trick is to always know where your downbeat is, right? So I recommend playing along to a riff that everybody knows, Billie Jean or Smoke on the Water, and just play very unmusically, but just to get your phrasing and to know where the one is, right? Because everybody know, right? That's one, right? Or that's three, whatever. But that's a downbeat. So phrase to that, because if you play with a click, like you're not gonna know where one is, right? Because it's all just one, right? So by playing to that, you can hear the riff and you know where one is. And then, yeah, use minor symbols. It helps with. Okay, any other questions? Well, you get free stick for. Hey, I asked myself a question.
Hello, sir. I noticed that when you are playing your basic groove, it doesn't like you are playing a fixed pattern. It's like you are flowing during the sentence of the music.
Sorry. One more time?
Okay, sorry. I noticed when you are playing the groove, your groove doesn't like a fixed pattern. It's like you are flowing during with the music. So what are the tips? So how do you think to make this happen? What are your maybe some tips to make it like flowing, not as the basic pattern, just fixed with the, because you are like to play over the bars. Yeah, what are the tips about that?
Okay, I got you. Okay, so his question is, when you're playing groove or pocket, how do you make your groove flow to different ideas and all that, right? And transitions. Okay, so the first thing is to get a really solid 2 and 4 going, right? Because you're not gonna sound smooth, or there's not gonna be any flow, or it's not gonna sound cool if your basics is not there, right? So whenever you're practicing anything time related, like don't play anything on the hi-hat. So just kick and snare. And then just start with simple. So I'm gonna show you how to build this up, right? Okay, to make it flow. Small ideas on hi-hat, and eventually get more. So. So it's the same idea as just now, right? Start with a little bit, get a couple of sticking patterns, and now you have a flow. So one pattern I always like to do is this. Oh, I've got a really cool groove for this. Wait. I'm gonna play a very specific hi-hat pattern that I guess you can all write out maybe. just put this pattern on your feels. Okay, who knows what song that was? Yeah! Oh, come on, nobody knows it? Okay, that was a Tower of Power group, all right? Okay, so yeah. So just use that pattern and use that same pattern to phrase. And yeah, and then just make sure all your fills or everything you play is related to the song, right? And related to the groove that you're playing. So if I'm playing this, I wouldn't go... There's no flow, right? So everything has to be related. And it's good to take patterns from your groove pattern already, right? Huh? Ken? Thanks, man. Okay, any other questions? Ooh, everybody wants drumsticks, huh?
Hi. Can you share a little bit about your foot technique, especially for single pedal? And also, what kind of kick pedal do you prefer on using?
I use Yamaha kick pedals because it's not the fastest kick pedal on the market, but it's really solid. It's not fancy. I don't like a lot of fancy pedals where you can... I bought a set of Pearl eliminators many years ago, and nothing against Pearl. They make great drums and great pedals, but I don't have the patience to sit there and try 100 different cams on the bass drum pedal, right? And I remember I found a setting that I really like, amazing, right? And then I was itchy, like, oh, but I have a red color cam here, what does that do? I changed it. Oh, it's really good. I just need to adjust the beater back. And next thing you know, I didn't have any settings. So I like a very simple pedal. Yamaha pedals are great. You had some other questions, right? Foot technique, right? Okay. When I play right, I used to play heel up, but I noticed when I play heel up with my right, I used to play heel toe. When I play heel toe with my right foot, my balance is a bit off. So now I'm playing heel up. Okay. And on my left foot, I play heel toe and heel up. Are you familiar with the heel toe technique? Right? So, yeah. I have this terrible habit where I always feel that like the pedal is not low enough. So I do my heel toe off the floor actually. So, right? Normal heel toe is on the pedal, right? Heel, you can't see, right? You can see. Oh, wow. I didn't notice that. Okay. Okay, so heel toe, normal. So I like to do it, but I feel I don't get enough elevation, so I do it off the floor. Oh my goodness. So my heel is hitting the floor, all right? So I feel I get a lot more power from it. So just practice to get this technique. The first thing you got to do is get the heel stroke. So just play any house sort of grooves, only using the heel and all the downbeats. So heel, 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 heel. And once you get a sound, then you practice the toe. Right? My heel up technique is the same as everybody's heel up technique. It's nothing special. I just don't wear shoes. Because, I mean, we're Malaysians lah. How many of you wear shoes in the house? Right? I never had any shoes on my drum set. I was too lazy to go downstairs and get my shoes and pick what shoes work for drums. So I just played without any shoes. And I'm not advising you to do that because I feel like it will mess up your feet in the long run maybe because all the nerves are there, right? But yeah, that's what I do. I wanted to bring another bass drum so I didn't have to play this awkward setup over here. But 38 years old, man, my back hurts already. So I do the same thing over here. It feels so much better on a pedal that's not a double pedal. So just practice. What I do is I practice heel up and heel toe. So an exercise would be just alternate singles. Right, so just practice that and then just work your speed up. So there's no secret. You just got to spend time doing it. You know, like all of you, we all took our driver's license, driver's exam. We all learn how to drive manual, right? Nobody drives manual anymore, right? And learning how to control the clutch, havoc, right? The first time the car always break down and stall, right? But eventually you get used to your left foot being on the clutch. It's the same with this as well. You cannot read a book to learn how to drive clutch, right? You got to keep practicing it. Your foot has to be on the pedal, and the same with this. So the more time you spend with your foot on the pedal, then yeah. So yeah, that's my feet technique. Nothing special really. It's just that. Okay, I think we can take 2 more questions. Yes. Okay, 3 more questions. Okay, you put up your hand first, so you can go ahead. There's only 1 pair of sticks left, though, so you'll have to fight for it.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes. Hi.
To follow up from his question.
Sorry, yes. Just remove the mic.
Hello,
Yeah.
can you hear me?
Yep.
To follow up from his question, when do you start playing heel toe? Like, as in the BPM? Like, how fast can you play singles before you start playing heel toe? Do you get what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. So how fast can I play singles on the feet? On 1 foot? Probably what I did just now, but then I was done already. I couldn't play anymore. Okay, but how fast can I play singles and what BPM? And how fast I can play heel toe?
No. How fast do you start playing single?
Oh, when I start playing or how fast?
When? Okay, when?
When? Okay. Okay, so I started playing heel toe. I didn't know about the heel toe. I didn't know anything actually. I had a black rubber drum set. Everything is it's like an electronic pad, but lousier and no sound. All right? And I had a small bass drum pedal, very tiny, like a quarter shorter than our normal bass drum pedal. And I was watching Dave Wackel's Back to Basics video. You guys remember that one? Right? And he was talking about, I slide, I slide. And then I tried sliding, but there's nowhere to slide to because it's so tiny, right? So I was so young, and I didn't care. I didn't think I was going to be a professional, right? So I just play whatever I want, right? But I think my feet sort of accommodated to that really small pedal by accidentally discovering the heel toe because I didn't need to slide anywhere. I just needed to move my heel back and forth. And so I didn't even know it was called the heel toe technique until somebody said, "Oh, you play heel toe?" I was like, "Oh, yeah, I play heel toe, yeah." So that's how I got into heel toe. On my left foot, how I got into heel toe, I have no idea. It's because I was playing right like this, actually, just this for a long time. And you know when you do a hi-hat splash, right? A lot of people just keep their foot on the floor and they splash with their toes, right? I used to splash with my heel, like the first stroke of a heel toe. And I was playing like a lot of jazz and fusion, so I was doing that a lot, right? And I think that really helped with developing my left foot heel toe technique. And in terms of singles, honestly, when I did this just now, I didn't even know I could do it. Like, I just try it because sometimes it comes off, most of the time it doesn't. But I think I can do it again, actually. Yeah, you see, after a while it starts to flutter. It's not. I honestly, I don't really practice it. I practice this as a sound check. So, yeah. This one, I don't know how fast I can play. It's anybody's guess. Like, I can play slower than this and mess it up also. So, I'm not very good at this. I'm sure somebody else here on stage who you'll see later will probably be very good at it. Yeah.
So meaning that you just like naturally develop it. You didn't like think, I'm gonna use slide or.
I tried to slide at first, but the pedal was like this big, right? My foot was huge, right? So I couldn't slide. So I just didn't think about it. I didn't care about bass drum technique because I think I was 7, and like, I just wanted to play along to Bobby Brown and Janet Jackson, right? That's the beat I was playing over everything. I was playing this beat over Island Magic as well. Since 7/4, and then after a while you'll flip, and I'll be like, it's okay. I know this beat, right? So I just wanted to play that, and I think it naturally just came. Yeah. Anybody have questions on this side, so they have to keep running about?
Hi.
Hey, bro.
I have a question.
Ah.
Let's say like there's like a vamp going on, and you have to solo like on it. Are you thinking more abstract, or do you have like a counterpoint? And are you also thinking more of like a horn player?
Oof. Wow. It's a very good question, actually. That's a brilliant question. So when I'm soloing over a vamp, I'm actually thinking about all those things, right? But honestly, it's the thing that tells me how I'm going to start it mainly is what happens before that. What's the section before that? What does somebody play? If just say the horn player played a phrase that's interesting, I might repeat that. But it has to fit over the vamp. Everything you're playing has to fit over the vamp, right? Do I have any vamps here? But yeah, there's a lot of ways you can approach it. Really, there's a lot of ways you can approach it. I try not to have any plan. Like, really just go with the flow. Like, see, that's what I strive for every time I play, just to see whether any magic can happen. And it's hard. Sometimes it doesn't happen, right? So, number one, play along to the vamp. You can phrase with the vamp. You can phrase not with the vamp. Do I have any vamps here? Yes, counterpoint, all that really works as well. Let me see. Man, I don't think okay. Just say this is the vamp, right? So I can play with it. More. Now I'm going to take, from there, I can take certain notes from that. The pattern is, right, it's just simple. I'm going to take one note. So maybe I'll take that one. One and. So now I'm going to phrase with just the and. So coming from a groove. Of course, I won't do that for a long time. I will keep taking different notes, different notes, different notes. You can play against it. Against it, and you can do a lot of things, right? But make sure everything you're playing is within that one. Yeah. Okay. Sorry guys, no more questions. But oh man, I wish I brought some drumsticks. I could have given some away. But thank you very much for coming. We got the next performer is somebody who influenced me tremendously, like so much. Like when I was coming up, I learned how to phrase because of this guy. I went to all his gigs. I recorded all his shows. And Louis played some amazing, amazing shows and still does. So you guys are going to be in for a treat. One more time, big hand for yourself and everybody who played just now and who will play. Yes. Okay, thanks for coming. Come for my gig on the 28th of October at the B. All right, thank you. Good night.
Big hand for John Thomas. Thank you, John. And thank you to JS Music and Benti Music for those giveaways during the question and answer.